Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over some other assets, probably Fantom mostly, maybe a little bit of Near Protocol, and a little bit of Ethereum. And by the way, if you just landed here, do me a huge favor, drop a like and hit the subscribe button. That would be really, really appreciated. New subscribers, I do appreciate you too. For those paying attention to this channel since a few months back, you've been making some pretty decent money. All right. Ask the guys out there, go behind my back and do that and check into that. Okay. Have I made some bad calls? Yeah, at least I'm willing to admit it. So here's the deal, guys, with Ethereum. All right. So I had a theory on Ethereum, guys. You know, I went over this previous videos. You can watch that video. I can't remember how many videos back it was. So here's the situation with Ethereum. It went up into this wave, and Bitcoin, I think, ended a wave here, went over here. But now Bitcoin shot up quite a bit more. You know, everybody's piling in Bitcoin, the safe one, and all the Bitcoin maxis call Ethereum. I was watching one yesterday. They're talking about Bitcoin and it's going to be, you know, so powerful and all this other stuff. And yeah, I mean, I hope they're right, guys. You know, I hope they're right. I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I think it's going to be a lot higher than it is now 5 years from now, guys. But started calling Ethereum a shitcoin. Shitcoin. Yeah. I'm like thinking, these guys don't understand. Like, it's the blockchain, guys. It's not just the coin. It's like it's the blockchain. Like they're gonna have Web3. They're gonna have social media. You're gonna people be having phones on their blockchain, be playing chains on your blockchain. It's like the internet. You're gonna go through all there, guys. So, you know, I have to disagree with them on that one, guys. They're like missing the whole technology part of it. Like securities, Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin's gonna have people running the Bitcoin's chain on that. It's going to be Ethereum and layer ones, twos, and all these other things, and select few of them that are going to be doing that. But anyhow, I'm gonna go. I went off on a tangent right here, guys. So here's the deal with the Ethereum. I said like there's a good shot that Ethereum is making what's called a diagonal type move or a rising wedge, and with Ethereum, guys, in there, these are impulsive moves, and impulsive moves can't be in a wedge, a beginning or an ending wedge. They got to be in a beginning wedge. So you have a good shot at Ethereum might end up here. What's the reason for these that they're made like this? Why are these wedge moves made usually? Especially in the beginning of a trend, it's the bulls and bears fighting it out, guys. A good example of that is kind of like right down here on Bitcoin. If you go check Bitcoin, this is Ethereum, but you kind of see this is kind of like a wedge move. The fourth wave in that area came down and touched the top of that wave, so it would be a wedge. It would be a wedge. And you get a little wedge move right here like that, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. And it could be going on over here. You want to pay attention to these wedge moves in the beginning because it could be setting up for an explosive move once it gets through its correction over here. Okay. That's what they usually mean. Let me go to Bitcoin real quick. I'll show you guys. Bitcoin's a better example. Bitcoin is a better example over here, guys. So Bitcoin made like a little wedge move over here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Okay. You see how the wave came down, just barely touched it, almost hit. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like a little wedge move. All right. So like this, little wedge. Little wedge. I'm not counting that one because I think this whole thing was the correction. So you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when come and touch that. Okay, so that's important. Why am I saying that's important? Is this is important because you want to go through the your assets, okay, that you're looking at or you're studying, and also other assets, get an idea. Okay, if Ethereum is doing this wedge move, let me go verify it in other spots too. Okay, let me go verify it in other spots too. And could it be ending? They're gonna have a case that's gonna end. So here on the wedge right here for Ethereum, so it could go up. Maybe it's finished there. Maybe it's got another shot up. The area it's going to correct to would be the first areas, the bottom of wave 2 and wave 4 and wave 2 in this area, guys, and also the bottom of the wedge too. Okay, the bottom of the wedge. I like to go up to a wedge and then correct all the way back down to the bottom of the wedge. So that could be an area too. But let me go over Near Protocol. So here it is again with Near Protocol, right? So Near Protocol is doing the same thing possibly, right? So Near Protocol went up into this massive wave correction area here. More than likely, it looks like right here, okay? And it came down in this flat, reset the cycle, if you will, You can see reset the cycle, okay, in the RSI, and now it came over here in a wave, back down. Looks like a 3-wave move, and now it's over here. It could be in another wedge, guys. These are areas you want to pay attention to. A correction, and in this area, they come and correct. Maybe it's starting, and then bam, they can rip out of there after those wedges, guys. Okay? Wedges are good places to be if you know it's a beginning wedge or a starting wedge. A starting wedge means it's going to come around correct, and it's going to rip pretty good like it did on Bitcoin. Potentially, you have a high probability. So that's a near protocol, as I had in this triangle too, guys, breaking out of that triangle. And I think it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be the end of the wedge. And it might come back around this area, to consolidate some in this area, and then could do another good rip over here, because look at this support that it has from this previous wave. 1, 2, 1, 2, and potential maybe little baby 1, 2, something like that. Now let's go over Fantom, guys. So Fantom, I think, is a pretty good coin. I think out of all the layer 1s, 2s, whatever those comparing it to Solana, Avalanche and things, I think here with Fantom has the best shot of outperforming all of them, guys. Okay, I like Fantom. I have Fantom. I like Fantom. So here's Fantom. Came down bottom up into its wave 1. Okay, see right there, wave 3, highest peak. It made a strange move, a full 5th wave, and came back down and corrected it. So here we got Fantom in the same position. You see, Fantom came up. Fantom came up, and boom, okay? It made that wave, corrected back down. You got your 3-wave swing. And now over in this area, you want to pay attention to this area. Fantom could be doing the same thing, guys. Like it could make a wedge over here too, is what I'd be paying attention to with Fantom. Some sort of little wedge that it could be making, okay? Like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it'll correct back down to that area and right back down to that area, and it can rip, okay? And Fantom has the support behind it too. Think about this, all right? Just going to see the correction. Up into a wave, corrected it, boom, reset the whole cycle. Look at that. Fantom took out everything on the daily chart. Everything. So it's a new cycle. Potentially 1, 2, and then up for a little baby 1, 2, and bam, it could get out over there, guys. Be paying attention to Fantom in these areas, guys. For this move. Same thing with potentially near protocol. And same thing with Ethereum, guys. So let's go over the ETH BTC chart. Let me go to Bitcoin dominance. This thing's like shooting. Bitcoin dominance is doing a moonshot. And it's taking over the cryptocurrency market. But you take a look at it on the weekly, guys. Weekly, check this out, okay? It's going up. It's peaking out, okay? It's peaking out somewhere in there. I think it has a couple more shots up, and then you can have a trend. So what I'm expecting with, here's its resistance area. Right in that area, right there, okay? With the Bitcoin dominance, bringing that way up, kind of like the same area there. It hasn't reached it yet, same area. I'd be expecting the RSI getting that area. You can see a topping pattern here in the stochastics a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. It could still stay up there, do another couple shots. I'm kind of expecting something like this, right over there for Bitcoin dominance at some point. You see that move? Boom, 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 like that. When it finishes up there, guys, in this area, right? Boom, 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 something like that. And it could go all the way down there. It just depends, okay? And that area, do retrace. So something like that. And then maybe come back up. Might struggle in this area. Once it breaks that, it'll be back way down there probably, guys. So I'm looking at that for Bitcoin dominance because, there's a little bit of apprehension, if you will, in the altcoin space. And you got to remember, guys, the markets are going to test your limits. They're going to test it all the way to the point where you think, hey, it's all a bunch of crap. This Bitcoin dominance is going to shoot up to 90, right? And then next thing you know, it goes up and your test, and you're like, oh, let me get out my altcoins, go all into Bitcoin. And then next thing you know, boom, it goes down. So just keep that in mind sometimes. That's usually how the markets work, right? So let's go to the ETH Bitcoin dominance chart. Got to go out to a daily chart on this one, guys. So here's what I'm looking for on the Bitcoin ETH BTC chart, not dominance chart. What did I say? Dominance. ETH Bitcoin dominance chart. Right here is your trend, okay? right? There's your trend right here in the RSI. Boom, it's coming back down. I'm expecting it to probably make its way down there, guys. Okay. So you can see here in the daily chart how deep that came. It came down deep. Probably some type of 5-wave move. Here you got a 5 up, and it's just ever so gently going in this diagonal wedge, descending wedge type move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe a couple more in that area, in this area, guys, to get it down. So I'd be checking, get it down, right? And then in this area right here, I'd be checking out for that divergence. And the altcoin season, that's where altcoin season can start, guys. And still looking on this nice wedge right here, or not wedge, but inverse head and shoulders area. Okay. That's what I'd be checking out with those. So it makes sense to me if you think about this, right? Reasonably. Let's think about this reasonably. You see how this is going down into a wedge? And then Ethereum over here is in a rising wedge. This is an ascending wedge. Fantom possibly in a wedge. And then the other one I went over, near protocol, possibly in a wedge too. Could be breaking out of the wedge or maybe the end of the wedge. But they're giving you the signals that in this area, potentially this area right here for this ETH-BTC chart, that it's going to start going sometime in the near future, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.